Hi, I'm Gregory.
And I'm Lucas.
And this is Good Morning Lancaster. Bailrigg FM and Evie Cope and Pegg from Take Two Cinema.
So I think we're going to start with you guys first. So what is it you do at Take Two? Sort of, what are your roles and what is sort of the main thing that Take Two do?
So we're the on-campus cinema here at the university. I'm the treasurer. You are the
president.
Yes. We just provide the kind of service of just showing films, new releases, some older films as well. But we also act as kind of like a venue for people to screen their own films as well. So we kind of do certain film festivals or just people's own showcasing of films that they've made. We often work with the Film Making Society as well. So just kind of works that dual action thing.
Yeah, but as well as just showing films, you can also help out kind of behind the scenes and be a projectionist. Like get yourself involved in the team as well, working in the box office and that kind of thing, and then you can work your way up and become an exec member. That kind of thing. So.
That's cool. So what other roles are there within the society then? Because there's like the technical side and then also the admin sort of stuff.
Yeah. So there's quite a lot and kind of a lot of ones that you wouldn't necessarily see in other societies. So I'd say the main one I think that probably attracts a lot of people is chief projectionist.
Yeah.
So they're kind of involved. That's Neil at the moment, Neil Maxwell. He's great. He that's just being in complete control of the projector, learning all the kind of technical side of that sort of thing. He's our guy to go to if we're ever in any troubles with that.
Yeah. Without the projectionist, there'd be no screening.
Yeah, completely. So there's that. There's obviously treasurer, the kind of ones you'd expect, secretary, social secretaries, that sort of thing. But we also have box office manager, who I work quite closely with to kind of keep track of how much profit we've made from the films, that sort of thing. So there's some unique ones.
It must be interesting to see which films like are more popular than others. Like, have you had one this term that's really stood out as being a high
Yeah, certainly. I mean, well, there was some that we were expecting to do well, and others. What do you reckon's been our best?
Yeah, so Deadpool and Wolverine, which we showed in week 1, that was really successful. And The Wild Robot, which we just finished, that was also very successful. Least successful was Joker 2.
Yeah, which, well, it was a shame really, because we were kind of, back in the summer when we were trying to pick in the films to show, we were kind of expecting that to be a big hit. And then the reviews started coming in, and it was just not that great. The people slamming it, and then we showed it for about a week around Halloween sort of time, and it just didn't perform as well as we'd hoped. But you know,
so the other ones have done well.
Exactly. You can. There's always swings and roundabouts with that. So
Yeah, and you mentioned like events that happened. Are there any other particular events that have happened recently that you sort of been involved with that you really enjoyed? You mentioned things like film festivals and obviously like showings as well.
Yeah, certainly. So
so the other week we did an event with like the history department, and we screened a documentary all about Sardinia. That was really good. There was quite a lot of people there,
about
like 50 plus people, which is really good for us. And it was nice just to get like everyone involved at our space and kind of use it in a different way.
Yeah, working with different departments as well was really good. And then we also, like earlier on in the term, we had kind of almost a precursor to the Bay Film Festival, which was filmed in Morecambe recently, which was running through just November to December. And it was with Anna. She was basically showing some of the favourite films from the previous year. So here at Take Two, and that got quite an audience as well, particularly from like new film students as well. So it was really good to see that as well.
It's really good that there is that opportunity on campus to have a cinema and go see something.
Definitely,
It sort of adds to like the sort of community feel and make it feel like a sort of self-serving campus as well,
100%,
having
yeah.
entertainment venues on site.
I mean, yeah, when I was in first year, it was kind of, I know I wasn't actually part of the cinema itself, but I went quite as a customer, and it was just a nice thing to do, like Monday morning, finish lectures, cook tea, and then just walk Celebrity County. It was like 5-minute walk back to the cinema, so.
Especially for us, because we both study film.
Exactly.
So we were like so interested from the start.
100%.
And yeah.
And you mentioned as well the Bay International Film Festival. So did you go to that?
So we didn't in the end, but we know quite a few people on our course who did, and they all said it was fantastic, had a great time there. And we've worked quite closely with one of the organisers, or well, a few of the organisers, I suppose, but mainly Anna. She's been kind of heavily collaborating with us. There's been lots of posters up around with it. So I all in all, it seemed like a really, really successful event, I think.
Yeah, I think we were actually fortunate enough to get to do some filming there, and I think we've got a bit of that footage now, hopefully.
I am so impressed with the dedication and the work that has gone into this festival. It's clearly an absolute labour of love by so many people. The fact that it goes on so long, the fact that there's so many sessions, the fact that the quality is so good, felt so welcome, met so brilliant people. It was really inspiring, and it was kind of also amazing to see Morecambe, a place I've never been to before. So I felt really honoured and chuffed to be part of it, and inspired to carry on sort of putting in the effort when I see so many other people working so hard in this industry.
And for each of you, what was the best part of filming this?
I mean, it's always the people. We had such a camaraderie. I mean, that can also be the worst part of making a film, when the chemistry's wrong. But on this, the chemistry was like 98% perfect.
Best part of the whole process, I would probably say this actually. For me, sharing the film with audiences is really important. I think sometimes this is an industry that is kind of a little cult, and we live in our little bubble. And I think for me, I really love the idea that a film like this can be seen by as many people as possible.
For me, was when we actually wrapped the film in Manchester, and we actually shot it like 5 minutes away from my hometown. But I remember after we wrapped, me, Ben, James, Sally and Philip all stayed to just shoot a bit more. Just running around this town that I had grown up around, just filming this really amazing film that we've done, and then sat in a kebab shop and ate a kebab.
You can't put on festivals or anything like that without people attending. You can't do it without filmmakers submitting, and obviously when the filmmakers come, that's amazing. So it's meeting the people. That's really sort of important, I think. Yeah.
I do agree with it, of course, and was really nice to see filmmakers coming from not only all across the UK but also from Europe coming here to Morecambe. So what we're trying to do here is kind of develop a film industry, make some kind of hub, so that filmmakers feel welcome to come here, and then maybe meet other filmmakers and then collaborate on something together. So that's kind of our goal.
What advice would you have for young filmmakers and young people in general trying to get into the film industry?
I would say listen to yourself and what makes you you and what makes you unique, but also really try and think about your audience. Think about why you're doing this, who's going to watch it. I think that's the most important thing, because it's wonderful to have the passion, but really your film has to be engaging, and that is one of the hardest things to work out, is are people going to really go mad for watching this project?
I'm 21, I'm not in any position to give advice, I have no wisdom. To get this then was just applied for things, showed up, just tried to make stuff with people and make my own stuff. Although that's not really advice beyond do the thing you want to do.
Do whatever you can, volunteer. Any experience is good experience, even if it's not necessarily in the kind of area you want to go into, because I feel like that helps narrow down where you do or don't want to go.
Go out and shoot, and try and get them on projects like these, some short film projects. They're a great place to start and meet lots of industry people.
Yeah, I think experience as well, volunteer, working with other people, work around people that inspire you, go and shadow other people, ask, just be really vulnerable and just be really, really cheeky.
One of the key notes to any aspiring filmmakers, whether you're a cinematographer, a producer, a director, or whatever it is that you do need to get involved with other people because you just can't go alone. And I don't think I would have got any balls rolling without Adam. We really fortuitously have complementary skill sets, but we've become really good friends through filmmaking. And yeah, I mean, his contribution has been massive. I suppose it's equal to my own, but we couldn't have done it without each other. So I wouldn't have got anything done without him. So I owe him the lot.
Wow, looked like a really good event, didn't it?
Yeah, I was very fortunate to get to do some filming, and it was great fun. Yeah, is there any? I know you guys couldn't attend, but was there anything in particular that sort of stood out to you from what either you'd seen from this year or even last year's festival?
Oof, there was a lot. I mean, Anna's film herself, she screened at the event, and that was really quite powerful. She filmed that all kind of, all like in Lancaster predominantly. I think a bit in Morecambe as well, but like watching that and kind of seeing a lot of like recognisable areas sort of around near where you live, near where, just where we'd walk around generally was really cool to see, and it was just a really great film in general. So.
And they said as well on the VT about how important it is to get young people involved in sort of media production and stuff. So is that something that you really resonate with, would you say?
Totally, yeah. I mean, we had like quite a big uptake of people after Freshers Week who were interested in the media side of things that you get with the cinema.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, we made a short film called The Projectionist, which we're actually screening tonight, which is really exciting. 8-minute short film, which the team have actually like been involved in themselves. Neil kind of got some of our team together and they worked on that. It's actually been a long process. They've worked on it for a few months. They've edited it like a proper actual like film.
Totally. Yeah. So it's like it's crucial, absolutely, to kind of get people involved in these kind of media productions, particularly cinema. As you're saying, like it's an industry now with like the likes of Netflix and all these other streaming services. It's difficult to kind of keep its relevance, but the fact that we've had so many people kind of be interested in joining and coming, doing the screenings, doing graphic design for the Instagram and whatnot, like it's been really great to see.
I mean, it's exciting as well, isn't it? Because it's like something that you can't really get involved in before university, because it's not like sports and stuff which you can do in high school. It's what you get to uni. There's all of a sudden all these media opportunities to get involved in. It's a lot more exciting.
Yeah, well, when we were at the media summit earlier this term, like with you guys, with Scan, with Bailrigg, it was, it's really nice to see all these people coming together, I think, and all these people who are interested in the kind of same common goals, I think. It's really nice to see. So.
Yeah, Ella, was there anything in particular that you sort of found, either with, in general, student media engagement, but also the film festival, that particularly resonated with you? Anything you liked in particular, or like happy to see?
We didn't have much involvement in the film festival, being unfortunately an audio-only engagement, but media this year has kind of exploded. I think a lot more people have been joining. Like Bailrigg kind of shut down a little over COVID. As a station, we didn't have as much engagement. We had a backbone of an exec. So in my first year in 2022, we were just getting back on our feet, and then we started to get back on our feet last year, but this year I think we've had the best engagement so far. Like we've got 36 hours, I think, of content a week with everyone's shows, and oh my god, our lovely content manager Holly has been overworked training people and making sure everything's working, and we've been doing so much. We've had like a lot more events that we've been doing, particularly for Christmas, so the last few weeks have been so busy, and especially our music manager Erin as well has been doing a lot and trying to get us on bigger radars on the Student Music Network and the SRAs, and we had a lot of people got sent to that in week 7, so 10 of our members went down to the Student Radio Awards, and we got bronze for the interview we did with Hackety Dog and Katie Thistleton at a Highest Point last year. So yeah, we've been having a lot of fun, and it's been so busy.
That's so cool, get a bit Hackety dog. What a childhood
I know.
icon, you know.
We got him to open a jar of pickles.
with his paws?
Yeah.
Now that I want to see.
And he was
Did he do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So you mentioned as well about Christmas events. Do you have a specific Christmas
Yeah,
thing coming up?
so on the 15th of December at 4 p.m. we have our Christmas show going out. We try to do a Christmas show every year, but this one has been meticulously planned and we've had lots of people involved in it. We've got lots of things that we've been doing in preparation for that and stuff that is happening for that. We're going to support the Lancaster District Action Homeless Charity Service and raise money for that on Sunday, I think the show is. And we did a lot of stuff with the Christmas markets, and our lovely PR and marketing manager Anna decided to dress as Boland Tower to interview people at the Christmas markets, where we actually got quite a lot of interviews, which is kind of hard given it's, you know, approaching students with a Zoom mic is quite daunting, but people were happy to do it if they were talking to Boland Tower as opposed to some strange media person they'd never met before. So we ask people their favourite Christmas song and we'll announce the results of that on the show on Sunday. If I'm right that the 15th is Sunday.
Yes.
And also managed to convince quite an alarming amount of people that reindeer were not in fact real.
Just gaslight them into it.
Yeah, we Anna and Lizzie mainly managed to convince many people that reindeer were a fake sort of genre of big deer that were put had like Christmas accessories added to them to add to Christmas charm, and Lizzie started saying that the rain meant rains, as in the ones that pull Santa's sleigh. It's just actually a deer. And then we recently put posters up to say we're sorry we lied. And they are in fact real.
Well, we didn't gaslight anyone, but we did manage to check out the Christmas market on campus the other day, which was very much worth going to.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Gregory, and we're here today at Lancaster University Student Union's very own Christmas market.
There are a lot of art, a lot of food, and most importantly, a nice ring.
Let's have a look. So, would you like to tell me a bit about your society?
So we're Bernardo's charity. We do sales just to raise money for Bernardo's, which is a children's charity.
Yeah, actually, we've got all sorts of stuff here today. Like, how did you acquire all this stuff here?
So a lot of it we've had for just in the cupboard for a while, but also we so like past donations. But we've been wrapping some books as like mystery books.
So, what do you make of the Christmas markets here?
I think they're really cool. I've not actually had a chance to look myself around them, but they're pretty. I like the variety of all the different stalls.
And your favourite thing about Christmas, if you had to pick?
I think I just love the community and the family, and I go to church, so I also love that environment.
So can you tell me a bit about the business?
I do vintage jewellery, so I buy a lot of like house clearances and things through charities, and then I break it down and turn it into my own designs.
What are you enjoying about the Christmas market here in Lancaster?
Well, this is my fourth year doing the Christmas markets up here. I come every week as well, and I absolutely love it here because the students are just great, and I think it's lovely what they've done this year. They've switched up a bit and got different gazebos in and stuff. I think it's lovely. I just love coming here.
What is your favourite thing about Christmas?
Just the coziness, the candles, the lights, I just like being cosy at Christmas.
That was good. So can you tell me a little bit about your business?
Yeah, it's not a business, it's a hobby. I know that this fair was on, this Christmas fair, so I make these at home to keep myself busy at home.
How long would it take you to make one of these? Because they're so intricate and so good.
Yeah, some of them take me a long time. The crows are about two and a half days.
So what do you make of the market here today?
Well, it's been great. I tell you what's been really great. Everybody's been so kind and helpful. When I've had a problem, people next door have shown me how to sort something out.
So a bit of Christmas spirit.
So yeah, no, it's been great.
Do you have a favourite thing about Christmas as well?
Favourite thing about Christmas is the spirit. It's the feeling, isn't it?
Very nice.
It's just the feeling. The build up to it's more fun than the actual day, I always say.
So could you tell us a bit about Sugar and their events coming up?
Sugar is our student nightclub, and we're here for the students. and it's part of the student union and our events coming up. We've got a masquerade ball on Friday, and then we've got a bingo loco on the 7th of December, and then on the 13th it's our countdown to Christmas night.
And so, what are you thinking of the Lancaster market so far?
I think they're amazing. Like, I think lots of hard work's gone into them, and I like the marquees this year as well, and all the lights. I think it's very cute.
And what's your favourite thing about Christmas?
My favourite thing about Christmas is giving presents to people. Like, it's like really corny, but I just love seeing people like open their presents. Like, that's my favourite thing.
Would you like to tell me a bit about your society?
So we're Nightline. We are anonymous and confidential listening service, and we're run by students for students.
Why do you think that's like especially important as well, maybe at this time of year?
So obviously, as you said, it's long nights, very dark, and also a lot of people go home over Christmas, and a lot of people are international students who can't go home, and we are open 24/7 basically, through email, text and call. Our times are different depending on the day, but we're there just to listen if anyone needs someone to talk to.
Do you enjoy the Christmas markets here? Do you think it's good?
I think they're really good, yeah. I think it's nice to have them on campus as well for people who might not want to go into town and see them.
Favourite thing about Christmas as well? If you had to pick one?
I really enjoy Christmas Eve. I think it's the best day of the year because everyone's really excited and just everyone's so much happier than usual.
So, can you tell me a little bit about your business?
Yes. So my name's Emily, and I create my own art prints, illustrations, greeting cards and stickers. So I make them all myself in my little home studio. It sort of started from when I was a child, really. I've always been drawing, and then slowly grew into a business for making art prints and commissions for family and friends. And then, I went to uni and did my illustration degree. And now it's my full-time job and I love it.
And what do you think of the Lancaster market so far?
I think they're absolutely brilliant. The festive vibe is really, really cute, and all the markets with all the lights running through them, it's so sweet. And it's been a really great atmosphere, really positive, and I've really loved it.
What's your favourite thing about Christmas?
Ooh, probably after the food, it would probably be getting to spend time with family. Definitely that.
Would you like to tell me a little bit about your business?
These are my Bedazzled Shimmer syrups. What you do is you add a teaspoon of syrup to a glass, top up with your favourite drink, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, and the syrups will add fabulous, fabulous flavour, and they will make your drinks all shimmery and sparkly.
So do you think these Christmas markets are really good then, like good opportunity?
To the university here at Christmas. I think this is my 4th year now. And the students love it.
Do you have a favourite thing about Christmas as well?
Me personally, yes, finishing work. Because I will be absolutely exhausted. I've got markets all over the country that I'm running and dashing to.
So could you tell us a little bit about the society?
Yeah, so we're Lancaster Marrow. We're kind of the uni version of a bigger charity called Anthony Nolan, and we try and get university students on the stem cell register to help people with blood cancers and blood disorders. Stem cell transplants are like a life-saving treatment option for that.
We're here for trying to get people on the register, so we've got little packs that can kind of get people onto the register today, and then we're selling some bits and bobs because we're fundraising for the charity as well.
So what do you think of the Lancaster Christmas market so far?
I think it's really nice. I think we've got some really nice stalls, and I came in and it just felt like Christmas, so it's all good.
And what's your favourite thing about Christmas?
I think for me it's probably the food.
Yeah, I was going to say Christmas dinner.
Hi, I'm Freya.
And I'm Gregory.
And today we are going ice skating for content. So let's go. How are you finding it so far?
Well, we haven't fallen over yet. I'm going in the splits. Well, as I was saying, we haven't completely fallen over.
How are you finding it, Freya? I feel like I'm going to roll my ankle any minute. I'm going at breakneck speeds, so it's pretty terrifying stuff. Hello, I'm here with Penguin number 1. And so what's your favourite part about working at the ice rink? Well, I just like the interaction with all the people who come. Really? That's so good. Do you have any fun stories? Well, it's a bit different than the North Pole, but you know, home is home. The ice rink finds everyone eventually. Lovely talking to you, Penguin.
I think what we've learnt today is that ice skating is fun, whatever your ability.
Yeah, balance is key, I guess. But balance is not key to fun.
Highly recommend ice skating.
That was Lancaster University Student Union's Christmas markets.
There's lots to take in, lots to enjoy. My ankles still haven't fully recovered from that. But yeah, see you next year.
Yeah. So that was the Christmas markets. Looked like great
Anyway,
fun.
moving on from the ice skating.
No, we need to go right back to the ice skating. Did you guys have anything particularly you found really fun, interesting, like any stores you really liked at the Christmas markets?
Pins.
Oh, yeah, pin badges.
Yeah, pin badges.
Yeah. I usually get them for like my jacket, have them all the way down it. So
yeah.
And did either of you guys try the ice rink?
We didn't. No.
No.
A little bit. Well, you don't like ice skating that much.
No.
I mean, I was tempted, but yeah. No.
But it's a bit hard when it's right next to the library.
I was going to say, was it
Yeah.
even? Because they all look like little squares. Was it all?
I mean, it felt kind of even.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, it didn't have like scratch marks on it.
Oh, okay.
Like, if you go like ice skating on actual ice, like, it's really rough because
Yeah.
they have to go from where everyone else's blades have been. Which is.
Do you know what's really funny? I saw it being filmed.
Did
I saw you guys. I was leaving the library and I saw you guys being filmed and I thought, I'm so glad I didn't sign up for that.
Yeah, you should have said hi. You saw it and just like, I'm not associating myself with that.
I should have just stood in the background and done like a VT version of like a photo bomb. But is there anything you particularly enjoyed, Ella?
I hadn't actually have a chance to visit them other than when I was helping Bailrigg at their stall because I have been waylaid with deadlines. But when I was in the library, it was actually kind of comforting to hear the ominous Christmas music from them coming through when I was working and trying to identify what was being played because it was odd because you could kind of only hear the vocals, but it was comforting in its own eerie way.
Yeah.
And they had some live music as well. Like, they've had
Yeah.
clarinet band at one point.
Yeah, and there was the Holly Jolly Jig thing last week that they did. I only knew about that from working at Lusu, but Lusu have been working really hard on the Christmas markets this year. And
really good.
Yeah, and obviously you mentioned you were working at Bailrigg FM. So what is it you sort of really do at Bailrigg FM, and sort of are there any events that have, obviously you mentioned your Christmas shows, have there been any other events that have gone on past anything that you're planning for Christmas perhaps as well? Anything other than sorry, you mentioned the Christmas shows. Anything other than the Christmas shows? I know that's quite a big thing you do each year.
It is a massive thing. We have a 24-hour radio station. We have to because we're on an Ofcom license and an FM license. So we are always broadcasting something, usually just our playlists that go out. We've recently added the Christmas waiting, so we are getting quickly sick of hearing everything over and over again. But to be fair, when you're in the station all the time and you hear the A-list over and over again, it doesn't really feel that much different. We invite members to have their own radio show, which is usually an hour's slot at some point in the week, but you can have weekday shows. But because everyone's going home, a lot of them are going to be halted for the time being because we can't have everyone's shows. We'll just be playing our playlist throughout the month. But we have the Christmas show on Sunday, which we have many exciting things planned. And we have several things such as the fact that we got many lecturers to sing along to Jingle Bells. We went to them with Zoom mics and asked them to sing. The most prominent being the DELC, or School of Global Affairs, I think it was renamed, for languages, to record it in different languages. So because Lizzie, who has been doing so much for the show, she's a Mandarin and French student, so she knows a lot of lecturers, so she's been doing that. We also got other departmental lecturers to do things, so I know that Chris Donaldson from the history department did it, and Mark McClay from the history department did it, and I think maybe Zoe also did it because of George's influence. So that will be fun. And we've put them all together and they sound interesting.
Or playing at the same time over each other.
Some of them playing at the same time, some of them mixed in with different lines. It's been fun to watch other people edit. It's not my job, but I look on with smiles.
What other roles are there to get involved with Bailrigg FM?
Okay, our exec is huge. We have the more admin side, so we have our station manager Georgia. I'm assistant station manager along with Eve. We've got chairperson and treasurer, so that's all our admin. But then we've got all the content issues, such as our content manager, our production manager, our music manager, our news manager, and the engineering manager, because God, does it require a lot of tech maintenance. A lot of people have the different teams, so there's also the marketing, and then the marketing team, the engineering team, the music team, and several other appointed roles. We've been trying to get more advertising in, so we've got a position for advertising now, not an exec role, but an appointed role, because the thing about your station exploding in content is the fact that you also explode in workload. So we've got a lot of stuff. At the beginning of the year, we had the Lancaster Music Festival, which we tried to get freshers involved in so that they could get used to external interviews and things like that, because it was all across campus, town. There was lots of bands. There was campus as well, and got people used to like talking and working out what they should do if they want to go into that kind of industry, because we want to get people comfortable quickly.
Yeah.
And getting people comfortable on something that's pre-recorded before putting them something live is usually good. We sometimes do live music events in Furness, but we haven't done that this year yet. We're looking to do some more live events next term, because this term has been more about getting everything groundwork and getting people comfortable with what they're operating.
That must be good as well, because as you were saying, there are loads of different ways. You've got the news, you've got the marketing, you've got like the music, have your own show. There will be lots of different people who will find their own thing within that, which helps as well. And you mentioned earlier as well about having the Boland Tower go around for interviews.
Anna found a cardboard box, actually left in Sladebud, in here, and decorated it to Boland Tower with accidentally an extra level, and went around, cut armholes in it, and went around and asked people to have interviews. Although Anna did not speak, because Boland Tower doesn't speak. So we managed also to interview Jack, the VP for activities. We kind of ambushed him in his workplace, but he didn't seem to mind. That was pretty fun.
Yeah. I mean, we saw Boland Tower out and about, didn't we?
Yeah.
Special Christmas visitor.
Yes, because you guys were on the Christmas markets and out and about, and it was genuinely so much fun, and I think there was great engagement with it.
Yeah.
So much that we even filmed it.
Hi, I'm your correspondent, Jake Leonard, and I'm here with
Erin Strom of Bailrigg FM.
That's Boland Tower, who appears to have cloned itself and gained sentience for us today, so we can ask them a few questions. So, first of all, what would be your ideal idea of Christmas Day? Absolutely wonderful. Could you translate that for us, potentially, Erin Strom?
So Boland Tower's idea of Christmas Day, of a brilliant Christmas Day, is sat round with all of their flatmates, sit around making tea on maybe 4 hobs like they have in the accommodations. Boland Tower's idea of a great Christmas Day is something smart and gift wrapped, I think.
That makes a lot of sense. I think that's a very solid plan for a Christmas Day, especially for, a building as iconic as Boland Tower. I would also like to know, what is your favourite Christmas song? I'm afraid I didn't quite catch that, Erin Strom. If you happen to know what Boland Tower's favourite Christmas song is.
I'm happy to be a translator. Boland Tower's favourite Christmas song, it's kind of a non-normative one. You might have heard the classic Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. We don't do that here. We do Rocking Around Boland Tower, obviously. Rocking around Boland Tower. There's no other words to it, it's just that.
Yeah, I think it's an excellent festive tune, and I mean, maybe we could even get it played on Bailrigg FM at some point, which I'm sure they'd be very happy to do. And finally, I'd like to ask, how has your Christmas been so far, Boland Tower? once again, Erin Strom, I would like to ask if you could potentially translate that for me.
It's been a fantastic Christmas so far for Boland Tower. There has been minimal false fire alarms. There has been minimal mess-ups with circuit laundry. And there has been maximum fun.
That's exactly what we love to hear. I'm glad to see Boland Towers in the festive spirit, as I'm sure we all are at this point. And I hope you have a very Merry Christmas to the both of you. And we're out.
Whoa. Boland Tower's got some moves. I don't know about you, but
definitely looks like a lot of fun, and certainly in terms of content, I think that's probably one of the more original and more fun ideas. So yeah, very much congratulations and well done to everyone.
Have you ever been at Boland Tower?
That would have been. I can't imagine doing that, but seemingly Anna had a lot of fun, or at least that's what I perceived.
Oh, she loved it. Yeah. She was very happy. It was her idea, and she really enjoyed every part of it, and was very involved in the making of Boland Tower. And I think she liked the fact that she could do interviews without having to actually speak, which is fun, and it obscured her face. It was really funny being around campus and just walking as we were trying to, because the tiny slots in that she had to view were not very good for visibility, so you kind of had to walk her down the stairs. And also it was funny because you just hear like the occasional Boland Tower. Is that? No, it's just like, huh. And it because seeing all those double takes and everyone just being kind of delighted by it was very validating for the station. Like, oh, we've done something funny, yay.
And were there any other Christmas events that you've got, or any other events in general you've got coming up, either towards the end of term, the few days we've got left, or looking, if you've planned it, looking towards next term as well?
We recorded several other stuff. We have a segment of Elf on the Shelf, which is basically recorded audio around campus for the show, so people can work out where that audio comes from. We have lots of members have been doing their own Christmas shows because, oh my god, the variety of shows we have on Bailrigg FM is intense. It can be kind of whiplash when you go from one show to another. So everyone's been doing different Christmas themed or end of year themed. So everyone's done a lot of what their Spotify Wrapped was with a mix of Christmas music. And next term, we're more looking at doing more live events and things. We're going to do the music for both of the Refreshers Fair, so if we can get more people from that would be great. And we're trying to do more sort of live-ish events to get us prepped up for our big one, which is Battle of the Bands at the end of third term, which we do every year, and of course Roses. But that's a dirty word along with the student
We're not
media
talking
at the moment.
about that yet. And similarly with you guys, are there any events that you've, anything like Christmas themed you've got coming up towards the end of term, or, if you planned it, anything next term you're looking forward to?
Well, I mean, in terms of Christmas, we've kind of left it fairly open. We kind of had the plan to do all the films we wanted to do, kind of finish around November, and then kind of have the last 2 weeks of December open for people to essentially exhibit what they want, and they certainly have done.
Yeah.
So obviously we've got our own screening of the kind of Take Two short film we've got coming up, which is obviously later today. But even like, what was it, Monday was an event with Mariam, one of the other film lecturers, where her and a English department lecturer, Lindsay, collaborated to show a, what was it called? Bye Bye Tiberius? Yeah,
that was it.
And that was a really great kind of like documentary film, that but then like obviously we had that screened, tons of people came along to it, again, so a really nice turnout. But we also had a interview afterwards with the director of the film, so they came right on the screen afterwards and kind of got to have an open forum asking questions there. What other events? We had another one in the previous week before that.
Yeah, we did with Sanctuary Cinema Club.
Yes, that was it, yes.
And that was another film screening that we kind of using like Take-Two as a venue rather than like our choice of films, if that makes sense.
Yes.
But now we're looking like more towards like thinking of ideas for next term. We're thinking of opening with Wicked.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So good. Love it.
You're going to do the rule where you have to wear either pink or green to get in.
That's what we think we should do.
That's a good idea.
What else is there?
Wicked, Gladiator 2 probably.
Gladiator 2, yeah.
We Live in Time, I think.
The one with Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield.
We felt, well, because also that's one that hasn't come to the UK yet. That was only coming out on New Year's Day. And we felt like that's just going to kind of get a ton of people involved.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to see. And then, just kind of continue planning it from there. And I think we've also got Lancaster International Film Festival.
Yes, yeah, we do. In February.
Yes.
Yeah, Wednesday, 26th February.
That's one. So that's just another event where we'll be able to showcase some more films coming up. It's, I think, an annual thing at this point.
Yeah.
So I think I think the event will kind of open at Take-Two and then continue on in town.
In town, yeah.
So that sounds like a big event then.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, last time it was a few of our exec went there, and it was like a proper kind of awards ceremony. Kind of got all dressed up. So the pictures that came out of that were lovely. So if we get to go to that,
that'd be really good. Yeah.
And so with only a couple days left for the end of term, what is your biggest plan for the Christmas holiday? Would you say, or what you're most looking forward to for the Christmas holiday?
Start.
Food, Christmas dinner, I can't wait.
That's a good one.
Get the pigs and blankets out.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Honestly, no, probably same. Yeah, it's Christmas dinner. I think I've got quite a few events planned with friends from Manchester and stuff, so it'd be exciting there. And then just exchanging presents and stuff. So that'll be just chilling after what's been a full-on time.
We've got like 3 essays to write
and
at the same time.
Yeah, that's
So you have a little bit Christmas Day.
Maybe
a
little
Boxing
break
Day,
and
feeling generous.
then just lock in.
How about you, Ella?
I've also got more deadlines because gotta love humanities. But and they all centered all around the Christmas holidays. But I will be free on the 23rd of my deadlines, and I am most looking forward to going home and inhaling my cats. Because when you sort of pick up a cat and you just that's all I want to do.
I'm sure the cat's looking forward to it as well.
Yeah, I'm sure Apollo is definitely not going to be upset with me.
So I think that's all we have time for this morning.
Yep, thank you ever so much for joining, all three of you. It's been an absolute pleasure. Enjoy the Christmas holidays as well. To our viewers as well, enjoy the Christmas holidays. This has been Good Morning Lancaster. I'm Lucas.
I'm Gregory.
And thank you.